Actually, I could probably just beat him with my regular build.
I think you beat him with Mad King,
Oh, guys,
honestly.
check it out.
So do the meme.
What? Just
This
use
is
like
our
my old
brackets
Mad
that we're
King
going to
build?
be using for now.
Yeah.
This is who we're going to be fighting.
One
I
We
don't know
gotta
if you
we
guys
gotta
can
meme it.
see it perfectly.
Alright,
But this is
alright.
our matches that are going to be showing up. This is who we're going to be fighting first. So first up, we're going to be having, actually it's not Mike, I've replaced myself with Joker because he wanted to enter, so I always enter myself so they can get in. So first up is Joker versus Nano. Let's see if we have them both in there. Report, yeah, Joker versus Nano, they're already in. Let me put on some basic music for us guys so we can listen to
God,
something
and then I
that's
gotta
not
fight
too...
Thermite after?
Oh, but they already know
Which
they're not
one's
started
Nano?
yet. Nano's really
Mike
good.
really threw me under the
Lucian, I
bus.
know who Nano is. He's a friend of mine from Quack, so I'm the one who got him in here. Got him coming. So I just didn't recognize the character he was on. I don't usually see him on Firebrand. He plays a lot of Warrior, so I don't see him play Firebrand much.
Mike threw me under the bus on this one.
Are they? No, they haven't started. We're gonna game start here. So let's take a quick look at their builds, guys. I'm gonna just change channel really quick, guys, so I just don't get distracted. Alright guys, here we go, We're starting our first matchup. Here we're going to be having Atropos, which is, I believe this is Joker. Yes, this is Joker. He's running with Carry On Amulet, Rune of the Renegade. I'm seeing this Renegade build a lot frequently. He's got Shiverstone. Let me just make sure I'm still posted on here. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's good. Let's put this down there. Let's move this guy over a little bit. Turn this guy on. Roster. I didn't post it yet there. Here you go, Cloud. You got it right here. I should be able to make that as a post as well. So Atropos already. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was looking at the Twitch chat. Lucian is really good, and so is Joker. This is going to be an interesting match, and I've been seeing this Revenant Condi build a lot frequently. People are starting to move away from power and going to this Condi. It just seems to be dominating a lot more, especially with the Condi changes. Nano's in a little bit of trouble. He's running a Firebrand, ooh, and Celestial Firebrand. Very, very interesting build. We don't see this very often, especially with this combo over here with Celestial and Rune of the Firebrand. But these matches are great for things like that. He's under a lot of pressure coming out from Atropos. He's gone through both of his tombs. He's only got one tomb left. He just uses his last heal mantra. This is going to be dangerous. He's hanging on by a thread. He's not going to be able to survive. And he actually ended up going down. That's Atropos. That takes game one, guys. I'll show you really quick what our brackets are really fast so you can see. And I also want to use my transfer screen because I like it and it's brand new. So here we go. This is who we have facing today. I think we have about 14 competitors, 15 competitors, something around those lines. And I'm testing out a new system of AT. We're using the same payout like ATs for this one. So I'm just trying to reward everybody. Yeah, I don't think Anya's going to be showing up though, Clown, so don't worry about that. I don't believe you have too much to worry about. He might be in there. I don't know if he's in there. No, I haven't seen him yet. He might not be showing up because I did change the brackets or the pay structure. They work like ATs now. So if you, just for participating, oh, what happened to both of them? It's a best of 3 series. Best of 3. Damn it, best of 3. Let me just post the rules for them one more time so they know. Atropos is still there. I don't know if Nanos is still there. Maybe he already left. If he did leave. Oh, he swapped class, but we'll wait for him to go back onto his class. I've made the rules. I posted the rules. I'm going to wait for him to enter. We'll give him a minute or two, guys. And like I said, we're actually, hey, Michael, do you keep a record on which class wins the most? I don't keep a record on which class wins the most, but I keep a record of who wins. So if you look over here, here's another reason for me to switch over. Archer Smith. Let me see if that's Nano. Yeah. I'm just going to let him know. I'm going to go back to you guys over here. I'll show you the brackets really quick. And this is what I keep track of, the brackets. And after I've done a lot of these tournaments, so I know what people are playing. I know these people very, very well because I've done over 70 1v1s and I've done over 20 2v2s and I've done over about 10 3v3s. So I recognize a lot of the people, but that's a great idea actually. If you look below my actual stream, if you look down, you'll see not scheduled, but Guild Wars 2 League. You'll see the league, and when you click on that bracket, you'll be able to see the roster. And when you go into the roster, you'll see what class they play, how many wins they've had, how many losses they've had, and what points they have for that last season. I correlate my seasons with each of the, I'm going to let them know you have to swap classes. Hold on, guys. And like I mentioned, on that website at the bottom, I'll switch back to you guys so you can see. Actually, I'll go to the website so you can see the website, and I'll share it with you, along with you. Here, let me click it. Here we go. Let's take a look so you guys can watch with me. So here's the Guild Wars 2 website that I've created to keep track of the roster and everything like that. Okay, Archer is switching back over to his Firebrand. So this is the website that I created for the 2v2 and 1v1. I've also created a Fashion Wars, which is coming. This is the first season. So if you click on the roster, you'll see the roster that's all here. Mike, Anya, Alex, Artemis Flame. And I've only kept the top 15 of each. So if we click Anya, for instance, we'll go see Anya. And then you'll see the classes that they play is Revenant. They have a total games played of 29 in my last season. They've lost 4 games and they've won 25 matches. These are matches and not actual like series. So the series has 3 games, so I count every single game. So he has 4 games lost and 25 games won, and he's a Revenant. So if we look at the roster again, let's take a look at Black Bear. If we go take a look at Black Bear, we can see that they play a Mesmer. And they have 4 games lost, 21. Let's take a look at Caesar over here. If we look at Caesar, they all correlate with their little guys over here. He plays a Hollow. So this is a great way to see who has played, how many wins, who's the top. And we also have leaderboards over here as well for the 2v2s. So we got Anya, Black Bear. These are the top guys of our last season leaderboards. These are the top guys for our 2v2s. So these are all little things that I'm trying to add to it just to make it more interesting for you guys. So as well, you can see everything at the same time. So I hope that helps you there, Static. So here we go into game 2. He had to come back onto his Warrior. Unfortunately, we wanted to go on Warrior, but he started on Firebrand. We don't allow that. Big cleave damage. Michael Catchbell Sammy told me I'll tell you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Catch balance again by ANET told me to tell you he won't be back in time. Can Trunks take his place? Yeah, okay, perfect. So we have a lot of big guys coming into this tournament, but the great thing about this is you get gold no matter what. Like I said, I'm testing out the change in the pay structure. I'll explain it to you right after this. Atropos going for the big glint elite, but he dropped that big symbol to try to keep him away. He's in a little bit of trouble, but he's doing a lot better on sustaining over here. He's doing a great job of countering on his opponent. He already knew what he was running, and that's the difference between top tier players. They're able to really adjust to their opponents. Hold on, let me make sure I'm actually showing the screen. Yeah, perfect. And keep in mind, guys, my internet is a little fucked up. It's actually my modem, which I'm going to be switching. So about every hour or so, it might glitch. You'll see the stream might stop for a little bit. Great recovery from Atropos on this one, getting the down. So you might see my stream stop for about an hour. Well, not an hour, for a minute. Just be patient and refresh, and it'll come back. My modem's a little screwy. So that's actually a Mike, but that's actually Joker. I replaced myself with the Joker. So let's take a look at the next bracket over here. Oh, sorry, guys. It's actually going to be Who Are You versus Jake. Who Are You versus Jake is our next match, guys. So I'm going to let those guys know. Broccoli Rob. Yeah, that's my new emote, buddy. Rip, 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 rip. So it's Jake versus Who Are You? And Catchball is being replaced by Trunks. Oh, I gotta send that guy his gold. Where is he? King Pharaoh, Thermite, Lucian, send mail. 5 gold. He gets 5 gold because he was eliminated in the first round, so either way he gets gold, and that's the new change that I'm making. Let's take a quick look at our Guardian over here. Let me make sure. Oh, I just crashed. There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about over there, guys. So give me a minute. I'm going to come right back in, and I'll take this time to actually explain that to you. Am I still live here? Yeah, I'm still live. Okay, good. So I've changed the pay structure to the AT, to my tourneys. They function like ATs. So just for joining, you get 5 gold. If you get to the quarterfinals, you get 10 gold. Semifinals is 15 gold. Second place is 20 gold. First place is 25 gold. And I got a lot of people who are saying, you know, I like to join your tourneys, but I just never win anything. So this is a little way for me to kind of stem that and try to bring more people into it. It's kind of like an AT. And I always timed them 2 hours before or 2 hours after. I think everybody crashed, or these two guys crashed for sure. Yeah, they definitely crashed. Yeah, me too. Okay, guys, we're going to go right back into it. And like I said, this is a way for me to kind of bring more people in and try to give everybody something for participating, and not only just the top dogs. And like I said, I always still try to do them 2 hours before or 2 hours after, so you could do the tourney, make some gold, and then jump into the AT and make some gold. So you get a lot of good gameplay, a lot of good games, and you get to watch as well. So we're going to give them a minute or two. He DC'd, so we're going to give him a second or two to come back. He DC'd. Give him a minute. Everybody DC'd on that one. I think we all got kicked out. And keep in mind, guys, my modem's a little funky. I've been calling. I actually went through the support with Guild Wars 2. They said it was nothing on their end, and I called up my service provider. They said they tried to do everything on their end, increasing my signal strength or whatever those techie guys say, but they're just going to end up sending me a new modem, so just bear with me. Are you testing with this pay structure, or is it going to be the definite pay structure moving forward? I'm testing with this pay structure, and I want to see how it is. So far I've gotten good responses, but I just want to see how everybody feels with it, and I don't also want to alienate the top guys. So what I'm going to try to do is on the weekdays stay with this basic AT structure, and on the weekends when I do really big tournaments, I'll keep it for a big pop prize for first, second, and third, so this way I can still get those big guys to come in with that high quality match. Not that these aren't, because we have a lot of good guys in here. I already have Merp the Guardian going after the Guardian, actually. So it's a Core Guard versus a Firebrand. Let's take a quick look at what he's running over here. He's got Render, Traveler. He's got Axe Shield with Sword and Focus. He's running Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. This is another build that's been running around a lot recently, and it's a very, very, very strong. Let's take a look at the Guardian over here. He's running a Zeal, Honor, and Valor. He's running with Scepter, Shield, Sword, and Focus. He's got Rune of the Sanctuary and Mender Amulet. He's got, ooh, nice pull coming out from Merp, dropping the symbol right on top of him. Heavy, heavy cleave onto him. Trying to get those burning stacks to get on the Condi, but he's got a lot of smite conditions. He's got Contemplation of Purity. He's got a lot of ways to clear those. He's got 49 seconds left on the map mechanic. He's really putting the pressure onto Merp. Let's take a look at Merp's cooldowns. He's gone through all of his tombs. He's still being patient on his respite, on his mantra of a respite, which is really clever, and he's still got his renewed focus if he so chooses to use it. Now the Core Guardian doesn't have as much availability to these cooldowns. He kind of uses his burst, and then he's kind of out of it after that, as opposed to Merp. But he's got good pressure. He's got to need one more tick, and he's going to be able to get him. I'm not sure what happened over there. He ended up running away from him. Maybe I'm DCing, or maybe he DC'd. Yeah, it looks like he glitched over there. He ended up going right back. That was very unfortunate. It could have been the finisher for him. Merp's in big trouble. He's dropping symbols, just trying to get the heavy cleave. Guardian's not giving him any room. He's just staying on top of him, giving him no quarter. Heavy pressure. Merp trying to recounter. He's got Shield of Wrath up, trying to create a little bit of distance so he can get his cooldowns back. He needs those mantras to come. He's already gone through both of his mantras again. Tomb of Resolve is about to come up. He tries to get him in the big axe pull to get him off that LOS area. Oof, Guardian's doing a really good job. Is this who I think it is? Yeah, who are you? Good job. And he's testing out a new build, and he's doing quite a good job, but he's standing in a lot of that AoE, but he still manages to get the down on Merp. Very, very good performance coming out of both of them. And this is the map mechanic over here, guys. As you can see, there's an AoE that comes from this area, and there's an AoE that comes from this area. Oh, sleep, play, grub. No! Damn it, you missed it. Next one, the next one. But if there's anybody that tourney started already, yeah, Sergeant Gemini. But if anybody does, Anya might not be showing up, so you might be able to come in and take his spot. Isn't that Thermite's build? I think that might be Thermite's build. Smash. I'll show you again Guardian's build, and then we'll look at Thermite's build when he comes up. Thermite's a super strong Guardian as well. Very, very, very dominant. So yeah, Sergeant Gemini might have a spot for you. Anya might not be showing up. And I think a bunch of people ended up getting kicked, I think. Because this was full up before, and a bunch of us ended up getting a crash from ArenaNet. But let's take a quick look at Guardian over here. You tell me, Smash. Q-Pop, mystery in-game if you need a sub. Gotta close the stream. No problem at all, Sergeant. I'll whisper you in-game. Thanks so much for coming again. He's a huge supporter of the stream. Big ups to Sleep Play Grub. Thank you so much, man. I love you. Mender, he's got Sanctuary, Acceptor, Shield, Sword of Focus. This looks like, it definitely looks like Thermites. Ready the fuck up. He's waiting for Guardian, Seal, Honor, and Valor. I'm not sure where Merp went. Yeah, he's sitting over there. Let me see if Crisis is okay. Yeah, everybody's getting, I think they're all crashing. They might be crashing. Yeah, it looks like they might be. That's very unfortunate. But we're going to work with what we get, and we roll with the punches over here, guys. So here we go into game 2. Merp, look, it was a a lot of back and forth going both ways, but it ended up Guardian being able to take it. And this core guard build is very, very strong. Here we go. He's running up on the no port. Shield of Wrath has already been procced. He's dropping a lot of symbols. Good pull coming up from Merp, trying to get that heavy cleave onto the Guardian. But he's also got to be careful. Those symbols are very sneaky. They don't look like much, but when you step in them and he drops a couple of them on top of each other, where they're stacked and it looks like one, but it's actually two, it does a massive amount of damage. Nice recovery from Merp over here, really keeping the pressure, staying away from those symbols. Huge pull coming out from his first tomb. Very impressive performance over here, and he's adjusting very well to the build of Guardian. But he's also got to be careful. Good job, nice push. He's getting him in heavy burns. He goes for that renewed focus, clutch renewed focus. He's able to get the Litany of Wrath right back up. Zealot's defense to try to get some damage while he's got that Litany of Wrath up. Merp doesn't look good here. He's taking a lot of pressure. He goes into his tomb too. Let's take a quick look. He's gone through all his tomb. He's gone through all of his mantras. That was a desperate. He tried to get that big burst down and tried to get the cleave, but just in the nick of time, that was Guardian. He was able to get that renewed focus. Let's see if Merp can recover on this one. He's got to try to create some distance. Big damage coming up from the Guardian. He gets that Ray of Judgment, and that's going to be dangerous. That keeps a lot of the pressure on top of Merp, not allowing him to get any recovery. He's good counter. He's got those stacks of bleeding. That's going to do a lot of damage. He does have that one mantra. He's forced to use it. He does have the renewed focus and the contemplation. Oh, unfortunately, he's not able to get that off before the Guardian gets it. Really good job coming out from Merp on that one. So I'm going to switch over, guys, so we can see what's happening over here. So that's Who Are You? That's actually Who Are You? That takes that into game 2. So we're going to move on to our next match, which is actually going to be Anya versus Clown. I don't believe that Anya is here at the moment. Let's take a quick look to see if Anya is here. No, I don't believe he's here. Let me see if Sergeant Gemini is out of his match. And once again, guys, I might as well take this time to thank you for coming to watch and shamelessly promote. If you like this type of content, guys, click that follow, click that subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's like patting me on the back and letting me know I'm doing a really good job. Thank you so much, guys. Also, if you look down below, we'll take a quick look at that. It's close. Let me right here. Oops, sorry, guys. Clown versus Anya. Am I DCing again? Getting Anya not here. Getting sub. 1 min, please. So while we're waiting for Sergeant Gemini, I think Clown is still in here. Nope, I don't see Clown there. Maybe he's still in the chat. If you're in the chat, can you let me know? Pat on the back. Thank you, Smash. I really appreciate the pat on the back. Is that Clown? Let me see if I can find Clown. Frosty, are you still here, Clown? Let me know if you're still here, buddy. A Strange, yep. Okay, so we'll give him a minute, guys, and while we're waiting, we'll take a look at this, like I mentioned. Here, I'll open it back up. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. This is the, so we got Clown in there. Sergeant Gemini's on the way. Oops. Here we go. This is the website that I've created for our 1v1, 2v2, and soon to be Fashion Wars. This is coming soon, as you can see. Fashion Wars coming too. These are the rules for our tournaments that we have. Oh, and our opponents have entered the arena, so let's go back to the match really quick. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and being a little patient. We have a couple guys that have been DCing and are getting kicked out of the game, so it's unfortunate. So, ooh, he's running Ranger over here, Wilderness Survival, Skirmishing, and Druid. He's running a Druid. Interesting. He's got Rune of the Crate, Carry-On Amulet, Short Bow, Sword, and Dagger. Let's take a look at Clown. He runs the classic Deadeye. He's really good at Deadeye. He's been doing a really good job. He's one of the most impressive ones that I've seen. He's got Rune of the Scholar, Marauder, he's Rifle, Sword, and Pistol. He's running Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Deadeye. He is a very dangerous Deadeye. You literally have to be on your toes at every second. Can we go next match? And just come back when sub come in? The subs are already here, Donson, but next time we will do that if they take a little longer. There he goes. He finally realized. I thought he was a little AFK, but here he comes. He's got a lot more tankiness to him. Clown's trying to get the big cleave on him, getting a lot of evade frames, so he's able to stand in that pocket. He tried to get the entangling roots. It doesn't get him. But all at the same time, he's doing a really good job by forcing Clown to come in a small area. Now, Clown also has that stealth and ability to get right out. He is able to break that stun right away, gets a big knockdown on Clown. Very impressive job coming out from Sergeant so far, sending the pet out to do most of his work, and he's also making sure that he doesn't get baited coming into there. Good job. Oh, I thought he was going to switch pet just before that happened. Clown goes right back in, gets him with the big poison cleave, 5 stacks of poison. He's able to clear that right away. 55 seconds left of this map mechanic. He's just poking from far. Sergeant Gemini is being really patient and making sure. Big stun. That's exactly what Clown tries to look for every time. The big stun with the immob, and then just a massive damage from behind. He ends up getting the down, but that was very impressive performance from Sergeant Gemini on that one. Being able to draw his opponent into the smaller area and not being caught out in the big open field. Because what Clown is trying to do is try to drag him to the center area where he has domination over the top tier, and he can just pew him while he's coming up to him. Pew. That's a very technical word we're using today over here, guys. But here we go into game 2. Once again, guys, thanks for joining. This one's been a little stumbly. ANET kicking a lot of people out of this tournament so far. Unfortunately, I don't think they want us to run tournaments, but we ain't never going to stop. Actually, they ended up doing a nice patch recently, fixing a lot of the bugs that were there. Gaze of Darkness ended up being patched. Impact Savant on Hollows on Scrapper ended up being patched. Although I kind of like the glitch on Impact Savant for a Scrapper, getting all your availability to your vitality. But unfortunately, well, and it's good for them too, because now they're actually staying on top of things. And as well with the shout heals on. The shout heals for Warrior was fixed. I think there was something with the shades on Necro that was fixed as well. There was a lot of little things that were added and fixed. As well, guys, we also have a 1v1 tournament Discord. If you look below, you're more than welcome to join that Discord. This is where I'll post all my tournament info, so if you're never online and you want to know when an event is happening, you just go to the Discord and you'll be able to see it there. So here we go, Clown versus Lilith. Once again, he's trying to draw him into the area. Nice knockdown coming up from Sergeant Gemini. Good evade by Clown, trying to get away. He tries to get him in the entangle. I think he was able to manage to get that. Now he's stuck over there in the open. It's really close. He's starting to get him really low. The pet's going on top of him. Ooh, Lilith is not able to capitalize. He's sitting at literally 8% health. Can Lilith, and he does capitalize. This is our second or third game, I believe, going into a Game 3 match. Impressive performance on Lilith Lynn over there. But at the same time, Clown is no stranger to being in a tight spot, especially being a Deadeye, where you're very, very squishy and you have to be able to react very quickly. He adjusts very well to his opponents. Let's see how he does on this one. Very interesting. I haven't seen a Druid in one of my tournaments in a very, very long time. Oh god, Sergeant Gemini coming out with this strange build, but it's working very well. Let's take a quick look at our next match, guys. And I just like using this thing right here. So next up is going to be Cloud versus Lighter. Cloud versus Lighter is going to be your first match. Anya has actually been replaced by Sergeant Gemini, and myself, I've removed myself and you put Joker in for that spot. So let's go back to the match, guys. Thank you so much for waiting and being patient. We're just waiting for Lilith to make his adjustments, and I allow them Mike need alternates. Oh, that's Valor. Hey, Valor, I may need one. And I always have a couple subs waiting in the wind, because there's people who know that I run these tournaments frequently, and sometimes when they can't join, they'll be like, oh, you know what, if I can't join, maybe I'll be a sub. And I really appreciate when those guys come in and be subs, because it helps me keep the action going. And I don't want it to be too slow paced. I don't want you guys sitting there all the time. Yeah, those scene changes. Woo woo, Crisis. And I'm just trying to get better as a shoutcaster, so doing these scene changes, and it kind of makes you guys more engaged, being able to see the brackets as well. I'll post them inside the Twitch in a minute. And this is not him trolling. This is him being careful, making sure that he's not in the open, susceptible to that big damage from Clown. And Clown, he's done this before. He's done this against the Guardian or Thermite. Yesterday, I believe, I had a 1v1. No, the day before? The day before, because yesterday I was doing a bunch of the Halloween events. This is going to end up being down to the map mechanic, and this has happened last time. Clown's just being smart here. He's not trolling. He's not trying to meme. He's just being smart. He knows he can't engage him in there, so he's going to have to force Lil to come out of that area, because as I mentioned here, I'll back up just a bit. The AoE effect is going to end up coming from here, and from here. So when that map mechanic is engaged and the timer has run out, they're going to be forced to come out of there. Oh, it's Control, Shift, and F is to go to free camp. And then he's going to be forced out of there, but Sergeant Gemini is just waiting in there for baiting him to come inside, because he almost won the first match and he ended up winning the second, but here he is trying to bait him out. And this is a clever move. He's not trying to troll. He's not trying to be a... Oh, he's taking big damage. Let's go in and check the action out here, guys. Oof. Oof, he got caught. He got caught by that one. That was Clown that ends up taking that one, guys. So let's take a quick look at who we're going to be fighting next. That's actually Clown that moves forward in this bracket with that 2-1 victory. Very impressive. And I record all these scores and I put them into the season. So when the new season starts, this is off season, so they're not going to be recorded. But when the new season starts, I record every single match and I post them. So now it's Cloud versus Lighter. Let me just let these guys know that it's Cloud versus Lighter. Here, guys, in 1 second. Let me just go here. Anya. And as I mentioned, I'll just show you really quick. Every single match is recorded. So if you see here, we got Anya here. He's got 29 games played, or 29 matches played, 4 losses and 4 games lost and 25 games won. We can see all